The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock at pick 12. Who are we going to take? We're going to take a look at someone we think might fall to us, someone that is probably going to be sitting there waiting for us, and maybe someone that we might want to think about taking a reach on because they might be a good fit for the team. So we're going to first start with Ted McMillan. And Dave, how you feeling about Ted?
Well, Ted McMillan, I mean, he's a big target. He's a great prospect in this class, 6'5", 212. PFF's got him as a third overall prospect, first receiver. Man, this would be a sweet scenario if somehow Ted falls to the Cowboys. He'd shine as an X receiver, as a tall target opposite CeeDee Lamb. Crazy athletic, quick on the scramble drill. He's got the instincts, huge body, great hands, fluid movements. I mean, if he falls to you there, even if you got Ginty on the board, I think you have to seriously consider taking Ted McMillan. Would really launch this Cowboys passing attack to the top of the league again. What do you think?
Yeah, man, he's got great hands. I love the route running ability to leverage the defenders and even make balls more than 50-50, maybe more like 75-25. So I like Ted. I would love to get an addition to help CD Lamb for this team. So yeah, man, that'd be
Yeah,
great. And at pick 12, we're seeing Genty's kind of BPA there. So what do you think about Ashton Genty at the 12th pick?
yeah. So taking Ashton Genty is what we've seen most of these mocks do. He's a bowling ball, 5'9", 215, fifth overall according to PFF, and he's the first running back on the board. Not just his running ability, he's also got the ability to catch the ball in space. One of the best catching backs all time in college. So I think that gets overlooked a lot. Now he's got the flashy stats of 151 missed tackles forced. 151. Second was 101 or 102, and that was Cam's Cataboo. But still, he had 50 more than Cam. So, I mean, this is a guy that I think the Cowboys will end up taking if he's there. Um, but there are other options, and the way that the Cowboys have put together this coaching staff, you've got Clayton Adams as a new OC. He's used to running offensive lineman drills, developing offensive linemen, literally in the trenches. He had interest for this skill set around the league. It wasn't just with the Cowboys. They also hired Derek Foster, running backs coach. This guy was at the Saints and helped develop Alvin Kamara. He was at the Chargers, helped develop Austin Eckler. So they brought in some guys to really help the running game, even if they don't go with Genty. And something that might help Genty out with this coaching staff, Alex, you want to talk about this next guy?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm hoping that with the current identity and the coaching staff that we're bringing in, that we take a look at Kelvin Banks Jr. And this is a guy that some folks might think is a bit of a reach, but for our identity, it looks like we want to go run heavy. So for me, I'm thinking, let's take a look at Kelvin Banks Jr. And we're gonna show here a pretty nasty block. But how you feel about him?
I love this clip from Kelvin Banks, but when you talk about the coaching staff and the investment that they put into this line development, a guy like Kelvin Banks Jr., if Zach Martin retires, you have a guy that can come in and play right guard from day one. Now, the reason that he might be a huge value here at pick 12, not only can he play and possibly replace Zach Martin at right guard, he can also come in and play left tackle if he needs to. That's what he did at Texas, and he did it at a very, very high level. Maybe you even switch him over to right tackle. The versatility there, and knowing that he was able to stay healthy, had a really great career there at Texas. This guy might have the highest floor of a lineman you can take here. They'll probably have a few linemen off the board ahead of them. If they want to get on that lineman train, they might consider passing up one of these superstar skill players and taking a stable guy like Kelvin Banks. It could happen.
Yeah, I like it, man. Only one sack allowed last year. I mean, we could use that for Dak. Coming off of an injury, I want to protect my quarterback, give him some time. And if we go in the second round or third round and get a running back, we might be able to solve that problem there too and have
Yeah, yeah.
more help to actually be able to protect and run the ball.
I mean, think about like the Cowboys' offensive line is in huge flux right now. They're not sure Tyler Guyton is going to be the guy at left tackle. There's talks about him doing right tackle. He didn't really excel at that much better when he was in college. He's so inexperienced still. You've got Zach Martin possibly retiring. You got Terrence Steele underperforming last year. So you might have to get a guy, and he might have to play two spots throughout the year because guys keep getting injured there too.
Yeah, well, guys, that is three players that we think could really help the Cowboys and make an instant impact year one as we try to bounce back and become the best team in the NFC East. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.